Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. So today is the last video before Halloween, so that means it's the last you're gonna see of the Halloween themed stuff. Anyway, for today's video, I've been getting many requests for me to do another Drawing Your OCs video, but I thought that maybe today I could try something a bit different. If you've read the title and if you saw my community tab, you would know that I asked you guys to send me some photos of yourselves so that I could choose a few of you and redraw you, but with a spooky twist to it. So I'm gonna be turning my subscribers into different sorts of monsters for Halloween. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say a quick thank you to today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Bricks Breaker Quest. Thanks for helping me afford my enamel pin order. You can download the game using the link in my description box below. Bricks Breaker Quest is a free-to-play app in which you shoot balls at bricks in order to knock them out. You start with a set amount of balls, and after aiming, you release them all at once. Each brick has a number on it, which shows how many times it needs to be hit before it breaks, and the goal of the game is to break all of them before they reach the bottom. The game provides many different modes of gameplay, including the normal level-based mode, classic endless mode, and the 100 ball challenge. It's easy and quick to pick up and play when you want to take a mental break and focus on something simple and fun. It can be played with one hand, on the go, and on any phone or tablet device. You can even track how well you're doing compared to others on the leaderboard, as well as by earning achievements. After I downloaded the game, to be honest, I kind of got lost in it for a while. I kept telling myself that I'd play one more level and stop, but that was kind of hard to do since it is a bit addictive. So if you'd like to download it, please again check the link in my description box below. Thanks again to Bricks Breaker Quest for sponsoring today's video. Anyway, let's just get into the video. So the first person that I've chosen to draw for today's video is a girl named Paige. She sent this image to me, which I'm going to keep up in the top left corner, as well as everybody that I draw for this series. I'm just going to keep their reference up there so you can kind of compare to what I'm drawing. So for this video in particular, I started off before drawing it all by deciding what types of monsters I would turn the people that I chose into. And it was really just a gut feeling kind of thing. So this might sound silly, but because Paige had such a big smile on her face, I decided to make her into a vampire because I wanted to change her smile into her teeth and her smile into having fangs, and then change her outfit and like different details like that to make her a vampire. So yeah, I mean, this could be a new series on my channel, depending if you guys like it. I know, as I said before, a lot of you have been requesting my Drawing Your OCs series again, and I still am doing those, but I definitely want to change it up a little bit. And this is definitely really fun. As I was sketching out the picture of Paige, I mean, you guys know that I really love drawing portraits, and her face is really animated, and so I couldn't not draw it. Also, the fact that she has glasses, I think, just look really good with the overall look I was going for. The black frames contrast really well with her outfit, which you'll see later. So something I was really excited to draw, which I already sketched out here, but was her hairstyle specifically. She's kind of got like a short pixie cut, but I really liked her swoopy bangs, and I was like, those are so fun to draw. I know I probably sound really lame, like an art nerd, but like there's certain things that you just like drawing, you know what I mean? And I like drawing swoopy hair. So pretty standard coloring for her. It worked out that I wanted to turn her into a vampire because she was already pretty pale, and I didn't have any colors any lighter than my normal peach skin tone colors, so I just went ahead and used what I had. But you know, they always look a little darker when I put them down at first. I tried to not use too much of my darker colors like E11, which is barley beige, but you know, I still needed that to shade a little bit. But yeah, I tried to keep her pale because she is a vampire. And I debated on whether I should turn her eyes red or not. She has these like greenish blue eyes, as you can tell from the reference photo in the corner. And I was like, maybe I should turn them red for a vampire, but I don't know. I felt like it would be a really nice pop of color because, as you'll see, I was planning for this drawing to carry out the colors red, black, white, and some browns and golds in her hair. So I felt that the bluish green was a really nice pop of color. Something I was also really excited to color in were the lips, because whenever I'm drawing semi-realistic looking mouths like this in portraits, I always have a lot of fun coloring in the lips with different shades and stuff. And I always make the upper lip a little bit darker than the lower lip. That's just a stylistic thing, but I also think it looks better because the lower lip is the one you typically would shade it a little bit more, like have the highlight in the center of the lower lip. And so the upper lip can just stay dark, and then you put more of the gradients into the lower lip. At least that's how I color it. For her hair, I didn't want to leave the highlights in her hair just plain white, so I filled them in with a golden color that I had on me. Side note, before I colored her hair in brown, I actually was going to refill my brown Copic marker, and I accidentally filled in or refilled E70, which is not the same color at all. And I was so mad because I just like basically wasted a bunch of brown ink and put it into the wrong marker, basically like destroying the color in that marker. So I was a bit of a doof, but I filled up my brown marker and ended up using it. I'll figure out what to do with E70 now. I don't know. It's not E70 anymore, but we'll see. As you can see for her outfit, yeah, I kind of turned it into like a vampire-esque outfit with a big collar. I gave her an earring and some red accents. And then for a little circle in the background, I decided for this portrait to do a half circle instead of a full circle behind her. I colored it in red because it kind of reminded me of like a blood moon, and so I felt that that looked really good. And like I said, the pop of colors on the eyes I think was the better choice than to do red. I think it would have been too much red. So yeah, let me know what you think, Paige. I hope you like the way I drew you and that I turned you into a vampire. And now on to the next subscriber. So the next subscriber that I chose to draw is Jordan, as you can tell in the top left corner. Jordan, if you see yourself, this is you. So for Jordan, I was trying to decide what to turn her into, and I was cycling through a few different ideas, but you know, like I said, my thought process might sound kind of silly. I don't really care if it sounds silly, but okay, here's my thought process. So she's wearing a hat. A visor, and I thought to myself, well, why don't I just play off the elements in the drawing? So I want to take the hat and change it into something, and maybe some of the nature aspects, and use that too. And so I decided to turn her into a witch and change her hat into a witch hat, and then include some of the floral elements like behind her, kind of like it is in the photo. Whether you think that's silly or not, I don't really care. That was just my thought process. So yeah, I tried to frame her kind of in the center. I knew her witch hat would be going off the page anyway because it's so large. So there's no way I could have fit the whole thing on here, but at least that her portrait portion was in the center of the paper was the important part to me. Now, her hair was actually one of the main reasons I chose to draw her because it's just so cool. Like, she's got two tones, so she's got like half black and half blue, but it's like this bright electric blue. And it was really cool, and I was like, I think this could make for like a really cool witchy theme because it's like that pop of color and like unconventional hairstyle, not just one color. So I felt that that could play well off the whole theme I was going for here. And also, I personally have never drawn cornrows before, or this type of hairstyle in general. And so I felt that that would be really cool. I'm trying to branch out into different types of hairstyles and things like that that I don't necessarily draw because typically when I sit down to draw, I fall into, and I mean, I think a lot of us do this, we fall into the same kinds of things we always draw, and same types of, you know, like faces or same types of hairstyles or just outfits. And it's really nice to try to push yourself to branch out. So that's one of the reasons why I like doing these types of videos, is because you guys are basically giving me the prompts. You're giving me the pictures. I just choose which ones I want to draw, and I can just be creative with it from there. So here I filled in all of her skin, and now I'm on to doing the eyes. But like, honestly, throughout this whole thing, I just couldn't wait to get to the hair. I was like so excited because I had like the perfect colors. It's like these two blue tones that I don't typically use too much when I'm coloring with my Copics, just because they are so bright that I don't really have much to shade them with in general. But I was like, this is literally going to be perfect because I wanted her hair to stand out, and so why not? So for the actual shading of her hair, I went in and at first I just wanted to shade underneath the hat where like the hat is just kind of covering over her head, and then I went in with I started with the black portions and then I moved on to the blue, but I went in and outlined each individual braid in her hair, and then went in and filled it in with my really dark grays and tried to give it kind of like different shades in between, so like lighter grays and darker grays mixed in there to kind of show that the light is bouncing off her hair. And then I went in and I did the same thing with the blues. I used a dark blue marker to outline each section and then went in and colored all of it. And I really, really like how it came out. I think it captured it pretty well. Let me know how I did. I'm just trying to learn, so let me know if I did a good job with that type of hairstyle. And then I went in and I colored the rest of her accessories and her outfit. So I wanted to do a really deep purple for the hat and not a black, because her hair already has some of it black, and that's a lot of the part that's touching the hat at the top of her head and the side of her head there is black. So I didn't want black on black. It would have just mixed in too much and you wouldn't have really seen the separation of her hat. So I figured using a dark purple would work well and also still be like super witchy anyway, because purples and stuff are for the season. I colored in the band black, and then I added a orange, kind of like a marigold but not really, orange flower on the hair there, using one of my Prismacolor markers that I had laying around from a previous subscription box. And then for her outfit, I just wanted to color that in black, all black, dark black, no shading or anything, just pure black, and added some little white lines to it to give it a little bit of a little, I don't know, pop color there. And last thing I did here was I went in, like I said, I wanted to incorporate some of those leaves that were behind her. So she's kind of like a naturey witch, and filled in right behind her half a circle of orange to kind of match the orange in her little flower on her head. And that is how I colored Jordan. Let me know if you like what I did here, if you like the colors I used, if I did a good job. Jordan, I hope you enjoy. Here's you as a witch. Happy Halloween. And now on to my final thoughts. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me turn some of you into spooky creatures for Halloween this year. Let me know if you like this type of series. I had a lot of fun with it. As you guys know, I love doing portraits and redrawing different kinds of things in my own style. So if you liked watching this, definitely let me know, because I'll definitely do more of these. Anyway, as always, all of my links are in the description box below. I've linked to my online shop where you can find all of my pins, prints, and goodies, and everything is there. I'm actually having a Halloween sale right now, so go and check that out if you want to get a bunch of stuff at a really good discount, because I love sales, you love sales, who don't love sales? I also have my Instagram page below where you can find all of my artwork that I don't necessarily post here on the channel. P.S. I fell off the Inktober wagon. I knew I would, but I did, and I've been so busy this month that I just didn't have any time to keep going, but I'm not surprised. And lastly, I have a link to my enamel pin club. There's only a few more days to sign up if you'd like to receive this month's exclusive design, as well as free stickers and discounts and all that kind of stuff. So check that out in the link below as well. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I will see you all next week, Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time as always, and I hope you have a spooky week. Bye! Bye!